Change is inevitable, but how we respond to it shapes our future. In Anambra State, Governor Soludo's Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office, C, is at the forefront of transformative change. C is not just a governance tool. It is a bold initiative by Mr. Governor to tackle the challenges of Anambra head-on. This is Solution Footprints. In today's episode, we'll be exploring how C is reshaping governance and transforming visionary plans into tangible progress in Anambra State. My name is Chikdima Oranwa. Let's go.
Our motto is leave no one behind. If you see the way we have prioritized governance, we've given priority to all those neglected, those who are left behind. That's why we are prioritizing free education, free antenatal, free delivery services, including cesarean for pregnant women. That's why we are prioritizing those areas that have never seen anything. The places that have never seen hospitals, we are building 5 general hospitals in areas that have never seen that before. Yes, we care for the downtrodden when we say that these poor people, peasants, petty traders, and vulcanizers and hawkers should not be taxed anything. That's because of who we are. That's the nexus of what we want to do, the Anambra of our vision.
In a world where rapid change is the only constant, effective governance demands more than policies. It requires foresight, adaptability, and collaborative execution. In Anambra State, a transformative initiative was born, the Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office, instituted by the thinking governor himself. This is part of the answer to the question on the lips of people across the globe as regards how Governor Soludo CFR is able to record so much achievements with great focus and determination within his short stay in office. As the challenges faced in a dynamic world grow more complex, it is essential that we bring together diverse perspectives to tackle these issues head-on. The Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office is a direct answer to that call. Strategy, execution and evaluation are both key parts of the strategic management process. Strategy execution is the process of implementing that plan, while strategy evaluation assesses a plan's effectiveness.
C, which we call Strategy, Execution and Evaluation, is a delivery unit under Mr. Governor's office. It's the unit that ensures, that all the promises that Mr. Governor has made to the Anambra are fully implemented and implemented as per plan. That's what C does.
Governor Soludo has painted a beautiful and promising future for the citizens of Anambra State, which he is highly committed to deliver, realizing, among other things, the stifling bureaucracy can derail his good intentions or make it difficult to achieve his good intentions. C came to life.
They're like a check, like an auditor that checks and pulls you back and says, you are actually missing the mark. Why not we do this so that putting us in check will make sure that our campaign promises and our manifestos are being implemented. And apart from that, they is strategic, they execute, and they evaluate. So what does that mean? It means that they look at what others are doing within the government and they make sure that it's being done well. An arm of C, as we call them, an arm of C is PMO, Project Monitoring Office. They look at different projects that we have done and give reports to Mr. Governor and members of ANSEC on the progresses that we've made. So it's a kind of check and balances, and then this has actually made it possible for us to achieve what we've achieved and for us to keep our eyes on the ball. The last time we gave the briefing, we were at 739.83 kilometers of road. As of today, in the last school, we awarded 1.3. So that gives us 740, about 741 kilometers of road already ongoing. And we have 401 already completed. And you see the number keeps increasing. And we hope and we know that in the next few days, we will add some other roads on it. So it's something that is actually changing, it's dynamic that is changing on a daily basis. The flyover bridges, the river bridges, and other crossings which you've seen us hoist our beams at Aroma, the tank area, which we've done. The flyover is completed, waiting for the road furnitures. Souldo Bridge is completed. And then other major culverts that people take as bridges are also being done. This is exclusive of the Government House project, exclusive of Fun City, exclusive of SID, exclusive of Soludo Stadium, exclusive of so many other things. We are just talking roads. That's where we have great idea, great thought. Of course, it's work in progress. We keep improving everywhere.
Under the sterling quality of Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, Anambra State is already blazing the trail in delivering a significantly better public service performance in Nigeria. He is committed to keeping the promises he made to the people of Anambra State and realizes that the door to success is to cause disruptive changes to the way public institutions engage in service delivery. Hence, he set up the Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office.
One of the things Mr. Governor expects us to do is to make sure that every MDA has got a strategic plan that is aligned, to the promises he made on the Anambra. The next mandate is to make sure that they have an execution plan, which is usually a detailed set of activities that must be accomplished in order to reach certain milestones. And actually, it is that execution plan that we use in monitoring of the activities of the MDAs. Then part of it is to also identify problems that are militating against achievement of the mandates of the different ministries. Now, when we identify such problems, part of what we do is to discuss with the MDAs and see if there are ways of resolving the problems. In rare occasions, we escalate to Mr. Governor.
His government is under no illusions that it has commenced a journey through uncharted waters, which requires courage, technical competence, experience, and resources. The CA office is not just a group of policymakers. It is a collaborative think tank designed to drive strategic initiatives, interfacing with MDAs to shape the future of Anambra State.
Execution and Evaluation C was created by Mr. Governor Odenjiji of Africa, the power of one man, the Grand Commander of Youth Allied Forces, with the key objective of ensuring cost effectiveness in the implementation of government projects and programs. Many of the innovations we introduced in the second phase of One Youth Two Skills solution were as a result of positive and responsive engagement with C. These innovations are mainly in the area of data management, project monitoring, amongst others. The story of presently modified Homeboy scheme today of One Youth Two Skills cannot be talked about without mentioning the DGC.
Its mission is to partner with Anambra State MDAs to significantly improve efficiencies and effectiveness of government delivery mechanisms in engendering disruptive change in service delivery, creating a homeland where Anambra citizens can live, invest, learn, work, relax, and enjoy.
Strategic evaluation and execution. As the word sounds, and Mr. Governor, we always say, assignment that is given unsupervised is as good as not given, and you cannot also be a supervisor on your own assignment. So see provost around most major ministries and report directly to the governor, meaning that at every point in time the eyes of the governor is on any single project that has been awarded, or like that have been conceived, or that has been put in progress to commence. And that has made many people executing the project to be careful and ensure that it's executed as planned. Because what you find out in many cases, many previously, is that people will come find a contract awarded or projects started and money given, and at the end of the day they will not be able to carry that as planned and as desired. Now, the importance of that is everybody is watchful, everybody is careful, everybody is knows that at every point in time there is the eyes of the governor is looking straight to what's happening. It actually has brought about what we call accountability in governance. Because if you don't have accountability, people sincerely will just do what they want to do, because it's actually in the nature of man to behave well when he is being looked up or supervised closely.
The goal of the office is to evaluate current strategies, assess their effectiveness, and ensure seamless execution of new plans. They exist to bridge the gap between idea and action, keeping the needs of the citizens at the forefront.
C has been quite helpful, in what we do in Anambra. First, starting with helping every MDA to understand very well the promises made by Mr. Governor in his manifesto, because C will break it down and tell you all the executions, that will come out from Mr. Governor's manifesto, and then they will also follow up with tracking to ensure that you are executing those projects that you're supposed to execute in accordance with Mr. Governor's manifesto. Again, for each budget year, C will help you, they will work to see that you are implementing the budget accordingly. They say that 2 good heads are better than 1, and that means 10 good heads will be better than 2. So whenever C comes in, they help us, because as a commissioner we visit site and our engineers, they visit and do what they're supposed to do. But when contractors also see those independent people, it makes the job to come out in its best, be it the water projects, the ongoing massive statewide water resuscitation that we are doing in Anambra. C has been quite helpful to ensure that Mr. Governor's dream come true in terms of giving water to the Anambra, making sure that water is not only available to every part of Anambra State, but also in an affordable way, so that the schemes will be sustainable. C has been quite helpful. And then talk about the power projects, they have also been awesome, wonderful, trying to help to ensure that whatever we do, that we do it in accordance with what Mr. Governor wants to deliver, and that the jobs are delivered according to the design specifications, and also timely delivery.
Through close collaborations with government agencies, the people of Anambra, and data-driven insights, C is optimizing government processes to deliver improved services and enhanced accountability. More awaits you.
The core values of C is professionalism, responsiveness, innovativeness, and transparency.
Some people tend to ask Mr. Governor, how is it that you're building all the roads you're building? What's the magic and where is the money coming from? It's just being far more creative, making sure that we have value for money, and holding people more accountable, to what they do. We try to make them feel comfortable seeing us, and working with us, and also make them collaborate with other MDAs in terms of what they do.
To create informed strategies, the office engages with community members directly, listening to their concerns and insights. Data-driven decision-making is at the heart of the office's approach. By utilizing analytics, the committee can evaluate past initiatives and predict the outcomes of future plans.
The Office of C, Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office, is doing just that. First, They supported us in designing our strategic plan to ensure that our programs actually deliver on the promises of the solution agenda, the promises of Mr. Governor. Secondly, beyond now designing the strategic plan, they've supported us in many ways, making input in designing our actual programs. Again, looking at what the program is designed to achieve, how it is implemented, and the impact at the end of the program. For instance, right now we are implementing the 1 million Anambra Digital Tribe project. C made a lot of input in the design of that program. And now that we are implementing, C continues to monitor how is the implementation going versus what was designed. And at the end of the day, they also come back to evaluate the impact of the programs. They also have supported us in procurement. So, and what happens there is whatever that is approved for procurement by the state government, the office of C comes to basically take delivery. So when the items are delivered, the C office checks the quality, checks the number, checks the standard to ensure that what was approved is what was received.
The Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office operates on a crucial principle: accountability. Members hold each other responsible for the implementation of strategies, fostering a culture of collaboration and transparency.
In telemedicine, for instance, they have helped us they also do what we call supportive supervision too. So they have actually helped us in ensuring that this telemedicine we deploy across the states are being functional. So when we say we have deployed, they still go there and see whether it really is being deployed and also ensure that the people are using it. And that has actually helped to put in my ministry actually improve the performance. Then also when we are having this issue of recruitment too, they also help to supervise to ensure that healthcare workers are posted to where it's needed. And some places there is shortage of healthcare workers because they strategize, they evaluate, and also help us in execution. Actually, we tell you that Commissioner, this place, this primary healthcare, this, that, and that's work as a team, and it gives you more also feedback information from them for you area you're also going to improve on, and they report directly to the government. That is one of the good things. Then a lot of areas, even when we are having these challenges of drug market, they were helping in interfacing until the project now is starting and they're working perfectly well, be it in equipment. So the other time we deploy equipment at Fege Specialist Hospital, they were there to ensure that what we say we deploy is what we deploy. Even most importantly, this pre-antenatal, when we started, they were all everywhere to ensure that this is done as is planned. And that's a wonderful unit established by Mr. Governor. It's similar to what we have in UK, this in the equivalent of the UK and others, where you see people more independent monitoring and they give feedback to the executive. So wonderful. The only thing that at 24 hours of the day, whenever you see him, he's thinking about what is it left, what can we do to improve the masses. I'm sure I'm not surprised he established it, because one of his quotations, he always tell you, "Afam, assignment given unsupervised is as good as not given."
From education reform to infrastructure development, the impact of the office's work is visible across the state.
The evaluation agency, trying to make sure that what Mr. Governor wants to achieve on the Anambra, that we deliver it in this ASUBEB as an educational agency. He has a lot on his head. So that's kind of helps him, to achieve that his vision, because they are strategically established to do that work. And because he's so disciplined, here in ASUBEB, we have zero tolerance for people that are doing shabby jobs. When you talk about the projects or people who are supposed to supply one educational material or the other, we just do as he does, zero tolerance. they harass the contractors, they go back and do their work. So I appreciate him so much because he came to Anambra State with some zeal. You know, he has some zeal to make a change. And that change, he calls it disruptive change. And like I will always say, that disruptive change is not an easy one. So Mr. Governor has come to show in the Anambra that leadership is about service. Now we have an operational smart school in Anambra State. And this smart school was built by UBEC, and the materials, the ICT instruments that were supplied there was supplied by Korean government. They even trained the teachers. The principal was sent to Korea to be trained to look at what a smart school looks like. So, but the interesting thing there is that where this smart school is located at the hinterland in Isiago, Okanot. They use smart board, they use tablets, you know, to study. Everything is about smart education. And why we are thinking about that was because children of the poor, the governor is interested about the children of the poor, of the poorest of the poor.
Each successful project stands as a testament to an agile execution and rigorous evaluation.
Of course, C flags every delay in project execution. So the fear that C will flag your project, that you are not executing it in accordance with the timeline, will be the beginning of wisdom for all the contractors so that they will execute. Of course, everybody is sure that once you execute your job in Anambra, you will get your money. At least that is one of the legacies that Mr. Governor has maintained ever since he came to office. So if they give you a job in Anambra, you don't need to start waiting for the time that they will mobilize you, even though the contract will say from the date of mobilization. But so many of our contractors will execute 100%, even without receiving any payment, because they are guaranteed that once you execute job in Anambra, Mr. Governor will pay you. And in the office, go to the finance, go anywhere, nobody needs to know who you are. Provided you have done what you're supposed to do in Anambra, Mr. Governor will pay you. He's doing that without borrowing, and everybody is aware of that.
In a time of uncertainty, the Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office stands as a beacon of hope and collaboration. Through relentless execution and evaluation, they are not just shaping policy, they are weaving a better future for all citizens of Anambra State.
It's a call for us to do more. Yes, there have been several awards have been the best in terms of infrastructure and rural development, or awards in the area of ICT and innovation, or being the most supportive government in terms of micro, small and medium enterprises. You know that our 1U2 skills has now been adopted by the federal government to go into the federal government curriculum. And so on and so forth. We can go on a list. But all I said, for us, this is not about awards. For us, it's about focusing on the work and the value that we deliver to the people. That is what drives us. Whether we have the 8,115 new teachers recruited competitively, and we have teachers drawn from about 80 states of Nigeria now in our teaching cadre, recruited competitively the best, because nothing but the best is good enough for the Anambra child. And leading to an upsurge in enrollment and leaving Anambra with the lowest out-of-school children in the entire country, 36 states plus FCT. That is what we must be pushing. And our mantra, leave no one behind.
As Anambra forges ahead on its path towards transformation, the Strategy, Execution and Evaluation Office, C, is a great example of a leadership that embraces disruption. Indeed, Anambra's focus on innovation and action promises a future of efficiency and collaboration. And that's it on today's episode of Solution Footprints. Do well to join us again next week for another refreshing edition. Follow us on our social media handles at Solution Footprints on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Solution FP on X, formerly Twitter. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Ndebai Kemesiano.